discussion for today is Module 4, Chapter 4, General Provisions. So, let's go to Part 1. So, Part 1, okay, so we have different sections. So, first, let's go to Section 1, Purpose of Confinement. Ano ba yung purpose kung bakit sila kinukulong? A person is committed to prison to segregate him from society and to rehabilitate him so that upon his return to society, he shall be a responsible and law-abiding citizen. Okay? Once kasi kapag nakagawa ang tao ng crime, kailangan siyang i-confine or ikulong. Bakit siya kinukulong? Okay? Para mahiwalay siya dun sa society kung saan siya tumitira. Para ma-rehabilitate siya, matulungan siya. And then, once na nakalabas na siya, okay, magiging law-abiding citizen na siya. Okay, hindi na siya ulit gagawa ng crime na makakasama sa society niya. O dun sa community kung saan siya gumagalaw. Yun ang purpose ng confinement or kung bakit sila kinukulong. Next, let's go to Section 2, Basic Principles. The rules on the admission, custody, and treatment of inmates. So first, seek to promote discipline and to secure the reformation and safety custody of inmates. So, ito yung mga basic principles na kailangan nilang gawin. Kagaya dito, promote discipline and to secure the reformation and safe custody of inmates. So, once na na-confine yung inmate na yon or prisoner na yon, okay, kailangan nilang i-secure yung reformation niya as long as yung safety ng inmate na yon. Hindi naman porket nakulong na siya, papabayaan na lang. No. Kailangan pa rin yung safety niya. Next, shall be applied impartially without discrimination on grounds of race, color, sex, language, religion, or other opinion, national or social origin, property, birth, or other status. So, yan yung pangalawang basic principle. Okay, so dun sa pangalawang principle, dapat walang discriminate. Hindi nila dinidiscriminate yung isang prisoner or inmate because of their race, color, kapag ka black person ba, okay, i-discriminate na ba? Or yung sex, kung lesbian ba yan, or gay, bisexual, okay, language, and religion also, or other opinion, national or social origin, property, birth, or other status. Dapat walang discrimination. Okay? Kasi pare-pareho lang naman kayo. Next, shall be enforced with firmness but tempered with understanding. Dito naman sa pangatlo, okay, ini-enforce nila yung firmness, pero kailangan pa rin nilang intindihin yung prisoner na yon. Kailangan nilang maging authoritative doon sa mga inmates, pero kailangan din nilang maging understanding. Next, Section 3, Definition of Terms. So, dito tayo ngayon sa definition of terms. First, prison. Ano nga ba ang prison? Prison refers to a penal establishment under the control of the Bureau of Corrections and shall include the New Bilibid Prison, the Correctional Institution for Women, the Leyte Regional Prison, and the Davao, San Ramon, Sablayan, and Hiwaig Prison and Penal Farm. So, prison, ayan yung establishment or penal establishment na under ng Bureau of Correction na pinaglalagyan ng mga inmates or prisoners. Isa siyang penal establishment. Next, competent authority. Sino ba yung mga competent authority na yan? Shall refer to the Supreme Court, Court of Appeals, Regional Trial Court, Metropolitan Trial Court, Municipal Trial Court, Municipal Circuit Trial Court, Sandigan Bayan, military courts, House of Representatives, Senate Commissions of Election, Bureau of Immigration, and the Boards of Pardon and Parole. So, yan yung mga competent authority. Kung sino po yung nagtatrial doon sa mga inmates or prisoners na yan. Kung sino yung nagbibigay ng final verdict. Yun yung mga tinatawag nating mga competent authority. Okay? So, let's go to the next definition of term. Inmate. Ano nga ba yung inmate? Inmate refers to the national prisoners or one sentenced by a court to serve a maximum rate of imprisonment of more than 3 years or to a fine or of more than 1,000 pesos or regardless of the length of the sentence for jurisdiction of the Bureau of Customs or enforceably by it or for violation for immigration and election of laws. So, inmate, yan yung mga nakakagawa ng krimen. Okay? And inmate also serve a sentence or maximum sentence of imprisonment of more than 3 years and a fine of 1,000 regardless doon sa haba nung sentence niya. Okay, yun ang ibig sabihin po nung inmate na tinatawag natin. Inmate also refers to a detainee. So, detainee naman is a person who is confined in prison pending preliminary investigation. Kapag wala pang final verdict, ang tawag sa kanila detainee. Yung mga naghihintay pa lang ng preliminary investigation. Ang tawag sa kanila detainee. Okay? Or upon legal process is issued by the competent court. Once na nag-issue ang competent court ng final verdict, tinatawag na silang prisoner or inmate kasi may final verdict na. Pero, kapag naghihintay pa lang at pending, okay? Naghihintay sila ng preliminary investigation, pending yung case nila, detainee pa lang ang tawag sa kanila. Yun yung mga nakasuot ng kulay yellow na damit na may detainee na word sa likuran. Yellow ang suot nila, pero kapag sa National Bilibid Prison, ang kulay ng suot nila is orange. Okay? So, next, definition of term, death convict. Refers to an inmate who death penalty imposed by a regional trial court is affirmed by the Supreme Court in banc. So, death convict, yan yung mga inmate na ang penalty is death na ipinataw ng regional trial court at sinuportahan naman ng Supreme Court. Affirmed by the Supreme Court. So, sila yung mga tinatawag nating death convict. Next. Bureau. Bureau refers to the Bureau of Correction. Okay? Kung sino po yung humahawak sa National Bilibid Prison. Okay? Yung mga penal colonies natin. Directors refers to the directors of the Bureau. Kung sino po yung nangangalaga. Okay? Sa ating penal establishment. Department refers to Department of Justice. Secretary refers to the Secretary of Justice. Superintendent refers to one charge in one person. Guards, syempre, alam nyo na yan. Sila yung namamahala or tumitingin or nagbabantay sa mga prisoners natin. Boards refers to the Board of Pardon and Parole. Carpeta. Carpeta refers to the institutional record of an inmate which consists of commitment orders, the prosecutor's information, and decision of the trial court. Yung carpeta, yan yung naka-envelope. Brown envelope. Nung nag-OJT kami sa BGMP, pinakita sa amin yung carpeta na yan. Yung simple brown envelope lang na nabibili. And then sa likod niya, nakalagay yung name ng inmate, ilang taon na siya, address, and so on and so forth. So, lahat ng information about sa inmate, okay, ilalagay doon. Yun yung tinatawag nating carpeta. And also, commitment orders, and the decision of the court. Inilalagay din po doon sa karpeta ng inmate na yun. Yun yung tinatawag nating karpeta. And then yung karpeta na yan, alphabetical yan. Okay, naka-alphabetical arrange yan. Para mas madali na lang nilang makuha or makita once na yung inmate na yon is pupunta doon sa korte. Next, we have the so-called prison record. Prison record refers to the information concerning inmate personal circumstances, the offense he numbers in the trial and the appellate court. The date he was received from confinement, the place of confinement, the date of expiration of his sentence, the number of previous convictions, his behavior and conduct in prisons. Magkaiba ang karpeta at prison record. Sa prison record, okay, inilalagay lahat dyan yung mga record ng inmate, including the decision of the court. Ito namang prison record, ang inilalagay naman dito, okay, yung date kung kailan siya nakulong, kung kailan siya nahuli, okay? Kung saan siya naikulong, kung saang penal establishment siya or kung saang prison siya kinulong. Okay? Date of expiration of his sentence, kung kailan siya lalabas. And then the number of previous conviction. Kung gaano na ba karami na convict siya, and also his behavior and conduct in prison. So, yan yung tinatawag nating prison record. Para siyang slum book ng prisoner. Nandiyan lahat. Next, Section 4, Status of Inmate as Affected by Appeal. Pending an appeal, the status of inmate shall not be changed. Okay? Kapag pending yung appeal niya, yung status ng inmate, hindi yan maiiba. Whenever upon appeal, the sentence of an inmate reduced to maximum term of imprisonment or less than 3 years to confine or to fine that does not exceed 1,000 pesos. That inmate shall be transferred to the custody of the Bureau of Jail Management and Penology or BGMP or to the provincial government concerned for service of sentence. The maintenance of the convict shall be transferred to the appropriate jail institution from the date of judgment of the higher court and shall not be retroactive. Okay? Kagaya ng sabi dyan, once na pending yung appeal, yung status ng inmate hindi magbabago. Yung sentence niya, marireduce to maximum term of imprisonment or less than 3 years. So, bababa, marireduce. Okay? Next is status of inmate as affected by parole. Allowed of good behavior, the provisions of law relative to parole, conditional to pardon, and the diminution of sentence for good behavior shall not be construed to change the status of an inmate or affect the liability for his maintenance. Okay? So, yung good conduct behavior, hindi yan makakapagbabago doon sa status ng inmate natin or hindi yan makaka-affect doon sa status ng inmate natin. Kung ano yung status niya, ganun pa din. Kahit parol pa yan. So, let's go now to Part 2, Admission and Confinement of Inmates, Chapter 1, Reception and Diagnostics. Section 3, Assignment of Inmate. After the quarantine period, the inmate shall remain in Reception and Diagnostic Center for a period not exceeding 55 days, where he shall undergo psychiatric, psychological, sociological, vocational, educational, and religious and other examinations. So, kapag natapos ang quarantine period niya, pupunta siya sa Reception and Diagnostic Center for period of 55 days para ma-examine siya or para mag-undergo siya ng examination through psychiatric, psychological, sociological, vocational, educational, religious, and other examinations. The result of the said examination shall be basis for the inmate's individualized treatment program. Thereafter, he shall be assigned to a prison facility as may be recommended by the Chief of the Reception and Diagnostic Center. So, kung saan man mapupunta yung inmate na yon or yung prisoner na yon, okay, recommended yon ng Chief ng Reception and Diagnostic Center kasi sila yung nag-undergo sa kanya ng examination. Kaya sila ang magsasabi kung saang facility siya ng prison mapupunta. Next, inmate record. The Reception and Diagnostic Center shall keep a complete record. Take note for that, ang Reception and Diagnostic Center shall keep a complete record of an inmate which shall include the inmate's personal circumstances, kagaya ng prison's record, a brief personal, social, and occupational history, the result of intake interview, and the initial security classification. Yan naman yung nilalaman ng inmate record. Parang magkapareho sila ng prison record. Pero ito, hawak ito ng Reception and Diagnostic Center. Okay? Oh, so that was the end of my Module 4 discussion. So, thank you and God bless.